Okay, peeps, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about the Klip ETF Dividend announcement that came in just today for November of 2023. Let's get it. So we're going to go over here to the craneshares.com/Klip website. You guys can see at the bottom here, we are going to get paid 67 cents per share per dividend. And as I'm sure you guys have noticed, it is quite a bit lower than basically this month back here in February. It's pretty much just more or less been trending down mostly over the year. There is a reason for that. I mean, it's pretty simple. The underlying kweb has kind of been underperforming, so that's the reason why that is. But yeah, so we're getting paid basically 67.5 cents. You can see here on the Robinhood portfolio that we do still have our shares. We haven't really bought any, but we haven't sold any, so we're just sitting, basically holding our position, waiting for it to go into profit. And we should expect to get paid some pretty juicy dividends from this on, I believe it's the 31st. You can see our last payment here was $105 back on October 31st. So, okay, so November 30th would be the payment date. My bad. So you can see these percentages up here. This kind of indicates what the monthly distribution is. Obviously, it's not as high. This is actually the lowest we've seen in a while. Again, it's my personal belief that the reason being is because kweb is underperforming, and the reason why that is happening is because the United States is still tightening monetary policy. And why does that matter? Well, because the United States and China have business correlations, but as you guys know, China or the United States has recently put like almost kind of a ban on China so that they would not have access to the United States proprietary technological information, which has kind of caused a lot of bearishness for China, unfortunately. So a lot of the tech companies that are based in this ETF are just that, tech companies. So you can kind of see how this all plays out. But as for Webull, we still hold our current position. You can see our cost basis is way up here. We haven't added anything as of recently, not yet anyways, because we're focused on crypto, but we do still have 184 shares in this portfolio, and we are expecting at some point here to receive the dividends from Klip into our Webull portfolio. So with that being said, let's take a look at Klip, and then we'll take a look at kweb and see what's going on here. So this is the weekly for Klip, but we're going to switch over to the daily here so you guys can see pretty much the X date happened and then the dividend dropped, or the price dropped based on the dividend payout. Okay, I did not mean to do that. So you can see basically 67 cents, and the gap between here and here is pretty much roughly more or less 70 cents. So we're going to go over to the weekly. Weekly still basically looking like what it's looking like. You can see we're under the zero on the MACD, so there is some kind of, you can see the MACD moving up and the price moving down. That is considered to be bullish divergence. We are still close to oversold territory, but slowly moving up on the RSI. Again, that is also bullish divergence when the RSI is moving up, but the price is moving down. That's just a technical formation. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to play out, but it puts the odds in favor of the bulls. Let's just put it like that. So we broke out of this falling wedge. Now the question is, will we go up or will we continue to trend down? We'll have to take a look at that in the coming weeks. It's possible for this thing to go up and still pay a dividend. But again, it kind of depends, excuse me, kind of depends on the performance of kweb. So kweb is the underline. As soon as I find it, here we go. So you can see kweb is kind of just sitting there at this multi-year resistance or support zone. I mean, again, dating as back as basically as far as the inception of kweb back in 2013. You guys can see during the crazy mania bull run, this thing peaked out long before the U.S. stock market did, but it still did an amazing move here. So if you had just bought at these lows at $39 and held up to the peak here, you would have made about 167% gains. So basically, for people that are out there, they're saying, "Oh, kweb's not going to do anything; it's dead." Well, I mean, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, the technicals on the chart is really pointing towards a reversal here to the upside, because you can see we bounced from here, went up to this point, up to resistance, and then we kind of really blew past resistance here, had a blow off top, and then we came back down to support. So history is basically saying every time we hit the support zone, at some point we are going to go back up to this resistance. But you guys can see it took a while, a long while, a few years for this thing to get back up to resistance up here. So it could be a while before we see kweb get back up there. But again, everything's looking mostly bullish. As soon as the RSI and the MACD cross over the 0 line and hold, that's pretty much upside from that point because it's in bull territory. And yeah, this is our video on Klip. For those of you Klip holders out there, 67.5 cents per share for basically a $16 stock is a pretty good deal. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.